is paying off!
Hello there, this is Project Swift. Welcome to another fantastic DotA's Hard Captain's Mode matchup. Casting with me this evening is the wonderful, fabulous, and probably sexy Noobaholic. How are you doing?
I am not too bad. It's a little bit cold over here in New Zealand, but I'm ready to watch an interesting night of DotA's Hard in-house matches.
Of course. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying a nice, like 25-degree middle of winter Queensland.
You lucky Australians.
It's got its ups and downs. Meanwhile, for this draft, we got a first pick of Outworld Devourer. Ooh, I like that.
It's interesting, but without the treant, it kind of is a bit susceptible to ganks on the mid lane from roaming supports. We also haven't seen the lifestealer being picked up yet. He's completely missed. See if he gets picked up here.
Yeah, so bands of the Bat Rider and the Darkseer, and the bands of the Wisp and the Templar Assassin. So, I never feel that Wisp is too critical in these games. I don't see it played very often in the DotA's Hard matchups. So yeah, the Wisp bands I don't feel are too. Yeah, you don't need to worry about them too much. But
yeah.
There are still definitely some captains out there who know the power of Wisp, and are happy to ban him out.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, he's a hero that requires a lot of practice. I mean, some teams, even professional teams, try to pick him up and have not very good success just because they don't know the play style that accompanies a Wisp, which is pretty different to every other support hero.
He's definitely a unique sort of support, and yeah, as you were saying, just because his playstyle is so very different from anything else. Even the Treant, I feel, has quite a different playstyle from most other supports.
Yeah, definitely. And Treant, some people try to run him aggressive, but he's definitely not. He's definitely sit back under the tower, try and leech XP, and just heal everyone.
Yeah, you're just sort of doing something really passive. I see a lot of Treants put in like tri-lane situations, but not really on the tri-lane. So they'll have like the carry and then an active support. So in this case, for like the Dire team, probably the Alchemist will be carrying, and then the Jakiro will be like actively supporting, and then the Treant will probably just be like stacking and pulling. I feel we'll just like stack and pull, and just keep everybody healthy with that shield.
Yeah, and it works pretty well as long as you're not pressured. And with the Alchemist pick, I mean, you don't want to be pressured to get that Greevil's Greed up and working, and get the early advantage off the bat.
Yeah, of course. The earlier that you can safely get Greevil's Greed up on the Alchemist, the better. But there are definitely those situations. There was a situation in the first game that I casted this evening, where the Alchemist went Greevil's Greed first in an aggressive tri-lane, and it just did not work. You need, like, in those sort of situations, you need the chemical unstable concoction, and you need the acid spray, and you need to get the advantage using those two skills. And then once you have the advantage, that's the point where you can start leveling up. Get Greevil's Greed.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, so that was an aggressive tri-lane, was it, that they were running?
Yeah, that was an aggressive tri-lane.
Yeah. Strange that he picked up Greevil's Greed.
Yeah.
Anyway, we see a lone druid pick up, probably heading to the offlane, which is going to be an interesting time for lone druid. If his beer goes down at all, then he's definitely going to be feeding a hefty amount of gold to whoever kills that.
Oh, for sure. They will have the Treant Protector. Probably being able to keep that bear healthy, but the regen isn't that much, so it's going to be like, ooh! That completely stopped me mid-thought for a moment there. Pick up of Razor! Oh!
Razor's normally picked up down to a lifestealer, because that static link goes through his magic immunity and he can steal all his damage.
Yeah.
But just the normal Razor pickup is a bit strange, but we'll see how it works out.
It's a bit odd, and it's especially because I generally see Razor played mid a lot, but since they have that Outworld Devourer, he will. Yeah, so the Outworld Devourer probably going to be going mid against whoever they pick up. The Razor, by the looks of it, is going to be going the safe lane carry, and that's A bit. Yeah, that's really interesting. If they pick up maybe I'm trying to think of someone with like a slow so that they can get the most out of that static link, but they will be going up against the Lone Druid, so...
I would have suggested Visage, but sadly he was banned actually by their team, which was possibly a mistake. Visage works very nicely with Razor.
Especially with the Nyx Assassin as a support as well. Nyx Assassin Visage lane is quite difficult to lane up against.
And with the pick of Clockwork, I'm actually thinking the Lone Druid is going to go mid against the Owl Devourer.
Yeah. Since the Lone Druid doesn't rely on his intelligence at all, putting the Lone Druid mid up against the Outworld Devourer will probably do quite well for him, actually.
Yeah, I had a match yesterday where it actually went pretty well. You get to level 5, I think, where you get the Entangling Bear, and if you get 2 or 3 entangles off, then you've won the lane.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortably.
And yeah, putting the Clockwork up against the safe lane, tri-lane of the Nyx Assassin and Razor, I feel is smart as well, because if you can get that Razor on the other side of your power cogs, as soon as he starts static linking you, you just drop the power cogs and run away, and it'll push that Razor away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and they have a support at the moment, a melee support in the form of Nyx Assassin, so he's not going to be able to do any harass, besides maybe try and land a long range impale when you're inside the cogs.
Yeah, I feel that Clockwork was a really good pickup for the Dire team. I like that pick.
And a Morphling.
Yeah.
So that's
Nope, I'm lost.
Thoughts?
I tried. I tried to work through it. I'm like, maybe Morphling mid? No. What? No. That is a very greedy team. I don't know.
It's actually far too greedy, because Alchemist, if he chooses to come online, he can come online pretty early with Chemical Rage, and if he levels Unstable Concoction up.
Yeah.
He can definitely come on quicker than a Morphling can.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, okay. Alright, I just got a message from the captain saying that it was an accidental random. They were looking for a Broodmother. So,
a remake then?
Prepare for battle.
Thanks.
And we're back. So for those of you watching live, there was, the captain's mode thing timed out. The Radiant Captain is such a noob. No, completely stuffs it. He let his time run out, so accidentally randomed a Morphling instead of picking a Broodmother, so the Dire team were okay with a remake. So we're back in, and doing this with a Broodmother instead of a Morphling, so just doing an AP game for that. For all of you watching on YouTube, you will be following the action perfectly fine. So let's continue on.
Yeah, the Broodmother pick sadly makes a little bit of sense, but
well, to be fair, it makes a lot more sense than
lines. That is true, but they're still going to have to offlane a Broodmother, and who is easily countered by Sentry Wards.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure about the Broodmother pick up against an Alchemist, especially, because Alchemist, if he gets an early Maelstrom or an early Battle Fury or even a Radiance, one of those items, he can farm those little broodling
Yeah,
things,
no, the
the little
spiders.
spiderlings, so hard. So yeah, not so sure about that, the Broodmother pickup, but it definitely makes a lot more sense
Yes.
than a Morphling.
Yeah, we'll see how they want to do their lanes. I'm not sure. I assume.
Well, yeah, I feel that
Okay, yeah.
Nature's Prophet's definitely jungling, has picked up some jungling items, so they've got a solo mid, 2 on the bottom lane, and then, yeah, Broodmother on the top lane.
Hitting top with 1 sentry and 1 observer ward, so she's going to try and counter any sentry wards that are dropped by the dire supports.
And, oh no, got that visual bug on Treant Protector again. But yes, Treant Protector has picked up some sentry wards. So yes, definitely smart pick up against the Broodmother, and then smart by the Broodmother picking up his own set of sentry wards.
Yeah, definitely. Well, before the game actually starts, we should go through the players and who's playing what.
For sure. Would you like to introduce the Radiant team?
Certainly. Cool. We've got Jesus on the Nature's Prophet. Got Sam playing as Outworld Devourer. We've got Sterling Archer on the Nyx Assassin. We've got Superlative on the Razor, and playing on the top lane Broodmother is Vivi.
Alright, then we've just got a pause. The Alchemist is suffering from a little bit of lag. Or is just straight up disconnected. Oh, game crashed. Damn it. Come on, I want this game to happen. It's looking really interesting. Anyway, while it's paused, on the Dire team, the captain, ElusioNJesus, is going solo mid on the Lone Druid. 7/10, who has currently disconnected, is going to be playing the Alchemist. Shan's lesbian sister is going to be playing the Treant Protector. Kalon will be on the Jakiro, and Articus will be on the Clockwork solo long lane. So 7/10 have reconnected now. We'll be back along in a moment.
Excellent. Yeah, one thing I didn't mention is the Razor's also got a good pickup against the Lone Druid. You can static link the bear. The bear wants to be in there and close doing melee damage. It's an easy static link for the Razor, and he can steal all that damage.
That's really true. And yeah, since the bear sort of... Yeah, it's really easy to steal the bear's damage, and because the bear doesn't have like a huge amount of damage, he sort of relies on the attack speed that he can get and the entangles that he can get. He really suffers from that damage steal.
Problem being, if the bear picks up phase boots, and with levels in the rabbit, he's going to be very hard for the Razor to catch.
Yes, it's going to be one fast bear, so you're going to have to build one fast Razor.
Exactly.
But an interesting note that I've just noticed, so the Razor is going solo mid, while the Outworld Devourer is going on the safe lane, so Outworld Devourer is going to be safe lane farming.
Right, so he's going the carry farm. Very interesting.
Yeah, so that will be... I'm really interested to see how this goes, especially like the Dire team have a lot of... They don't have much intel on their team. All they have is the Jakiro, and even Jakiro's intelligence gain isn't that great. It's 2.8, which isn't huge for an intel hero. It's alright, but... So Outworld Devourer, his ultimate is going to do a lot of damage to the enemy team. As long as he can catch like 3 or 4 of them in a Sanity's Eclipse, he's going to do so much damage to that team.
That's a good point. Yeah, if he gets any sort of farm, even like an early sheep or Shiver's Guard, then he's gonna absolutely tear through them with his ultimate.
Come on, where are you? There you are. Yes, speak of the devil. He had connected to... Yeah, had connected. I was just waiting for him to connect to the game. And Lone Druid has been pulled an extra set of tangos in the mid lane.
he has. I assume that was because they thought Outward Devourer would be in there, and assuming he would kind of cop a lot of harass.
Alright, here's a fun question. Have you ever tried getting a bottle on Lone Druid mid?
No, never.
Okay. It's always interesting because the bear can actually pick up runes.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Easy
cool.
rune
You can,
control.
yeah, you can get a bottle on your hero, put it on the bear. You can run the bear off to the runes, and yeah, like I said, really easy rune control. There's that damage steal. Only got 7 damage out of the bear, but yeah, run along, pick up the rune, use it on your bear. And if it's a double damage rune, you can run back to your druid and then use it, and because double damage does like a funny little thing with heroes like Lone Druid and Meepo that have like multiple things, multiple hero units. It affects units within like a 600 AoE.
Yeah,
so you can...
the bottle pickup is... I'm not sure about it. I feel that possibly getting his tranquil boots up on his hero is probably you don't really need a bottle. Just get tranquil boots and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not a critical item. It's just something fun that you can do sometimes. It's dealing all the damage from the bear. 7 damage again. ElusioNJesus is doing really good with that bear, like keeping on top of those static links and really sneaking away when it comes into effect.
Yeah, he certainly is. I think the Razor needs to walk up a little bit closer to get this full static link duration off if he's going to do anything on him.
Yeah, as soon as he casts that static link, just start walking towards the bear, even if it just gets him an extra 1 or 2 ticks.
Yeah, and the bear is low at the moment, and the hero Lone Druid itself in range form is not the tankiest. Here we go, he's got a lot of drain damage now.
Yeah, that was better. Stealing 21 damage off the bear. Just needs a creep wave to use it on now.
And up at top lane, nothing really seems to have happened there. Hasn't been a sentry ward go down in the lane. So this Broodmother's getting free levels and free experience, which is never what you want against a Broodmother.
It's not. This Treant Protector still has a sentry ward that's like free to put down under this web. Broodmother does have 2 sentry wards, so it would be quite easy for her to counter ward it. But still, just denying anything. If you can like scare her off for a moment, just drop down a sentry ward and put on a leech seed and throw out a ice path and all that sort of stuff. Just try and catch her out, do a lot of damage to her while you have that opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And now we see the sentry going down, but Broodmother is aware of that, obviously watching the inventories of Treant, so she backs off wisely. Yes,
backs off, stays back. But yeah, as now they have a double wave, which is going to be pushing into the tower, so it was like the perfect opportunity for the Broodmother, or perfect time for the Broodmother to back off.
And the Broodmother's doing a neat little trick with her spiderling. She's blocking the creep camp, blocking the spawn with her spiders, which is very annoying for the supports.
That's an awesome trick, I love it. But that acid harass is doing a lot of damage to the Broodmother.
Certainly is, and it gets spiders quite low, so she's got to watch out that she doesn't feed them, because I do believe they will give Greevils.
Yes, they do give that Greevils greed bonus. And she's got it, like she's doing it now, she's being, got to be much more careful. Although, Alchemist is very low.
It is true. If you look at bot lane, the Clockwork is doing a very interesting thing. She's trapped 3 dire creeps in there, and he's going to get another 2 now. Oh,
almost didn't quite block those. So yeah, keeping the creeps in under his tower. So there's an interesting trick for an offlane Clockwork. Keeping the creeps in under his tower, and now he's I don't know if I guess he accidentally made a little creep bomb. So a bunch of creeps are heading towards the tower now and should do quite a fair bit of tower damage.
Yeah, that's certainly true, and especially because the wave's been pulled fully. So either the Outworld Devourer's got to tank the entire wave, or he's got to let it do damage to the tower.
Although he did get lucky, and another creep wave has come along, so managed to like just skimp out of that one.
First blood.
Oh
And
no,
there we go.
I missed the first blood.
So did I. But, as I thought, he gets the entangle. Tangle on the bear gets the first blood.
Yes. Yeah, picking up that first blood on the Razor is quite critical. Razor mid, Razor's good, but he needs that like early bit of farm. He needs a few items under his belt before he can start being any sort of like effective. He needs some treads, maybe like a Vanguard, Ring of Aquila, those sort of items. And then
Yeah,
he can
definitely.
start getting involved in fights.
And Lone Druid's such a threat when he hits level 5. Just those entangles are going to come every single time. You can't count them not to come, because they definitely will.
And see if we can get an Invis entangle. No, not a first hit entangle.
No.
And on the top lane
this
here,
brood-
the supports haven't picked up any more sentry wards, so this Broodmother is still getting free experience, still getting free... Yeah, still getting a lot of last hits, actually. Where is it? No, not a lot of last hits. There's only sitting on 11 last hits, but is definitely getting a lot of experiences. Equal with the Alchemist.
Yeah, she's definitely doing what she's meant to be doing.
Lone Druid picking up another kill on the Razor. Interesting, Lone Druid has a phase boots on his actual hero instead of picking up a tranquil boots, so...
Interesting. I'm pretty sure that's meant for the bear. I'm pretty certain he will put that on the bear.
Yeah, we'll probably
If
swap it
he's
over.
going some good crazy build.
It could be something for like the solo mid thing where you just need that extra hero damage, like for that last
Yeah, exactly.
power. I don't know.
And you've got decent access to the runes, so he can go and get any runes for a regen or something if he needs.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't really needed his tranquil boots on his hero because he hasn't taken that much harass from the Razor so far, so...
He has used up all of his tangos though, so that pool of tangos was definitely worthwhile.
Made good use of it. Alright, another matchup that I'm interested in is this bottom lane. How's this Outworld Devourer going up against this Clockwork Goblin? So, Clockwork Goblin currently only has 7 last hits, while the Outworld Devourer has 33 last hits, but has 29 denies. That is a huge amount of denies, so... he's doing very well at denying, like, lots of experience and lots of farm from the Clockwork Goblin.
Yeah, the problem I can see for the Radiant is that this Alchemist has picked up a Hand of Midas. He's had it for a good couple of minutes now, and he's just going to get out of control. He's maxed Greevil's Greed. He's not really getting pressured. The Treant's giving him armor when he needs it, and he's just going to kind of spiral out of control.
Yeah, it is going to be very difficult for an Outworld Devourer to take on an Alchemist when they're both got equal farm. I feel that the Alchemist wins that fight 9 times out of 10.
Oh, bot lane.
Oh, things are
He's
happening
stuck
on the
in
top
cogs,
lane as
and
well.
Sam has his ultimate, and he's dead.
Boom! Takes down that Clockwork easily, and there you saw that the amount of damage that Sanity's Eclipse does against like a non-intel hero. Especially stealing like probably 30... Oh no, only had 1 stack of intelligence steal, maybe 2 when it was casted, but yeah, stealing 20 intelligence. That takes the Clockwork down to 3. If he steals 2 stacks of intelligence, Clockwork has 3. That is such a huge
that's
difference.
ridiculous.
Broodmother's doing his best trying to take down some sentry wards, and just another sentry ward was thrown straight down. He wasn't expecting that one and gets taken down so fast.
Oh no. Yeah, the Sanity's Eclipse did 372 damage to the Clockwork. So definitely
Boom.
powerful against them.
And that will be something that the Dire team is going to be feeling the bite of. Those Sanity Eclipses are going to hurt. But right now, the DotA team are looking, they're sitting fairly pretty. The Alchemist has a lot of gold between the Greevil's Greed, level 4 Greevil's Greed, and that Hand of Midas. Has a net worth of almost 5,500. Meanwhile, the Lone Druid with the first blood and another kill, and soon to be another kill. There we go. Yeah, so this the Lone Druid's sitting really nicely. Oh, Nyx Assassin's coming in. Armor was put on the Lone Druid, and I think he's going to get away. Nope.
He doesn't have any mana for stun. This is not going to work out well for the Radiant.
No. Oh, entangle under the tower.
Oh no.
Nature's Prophet did teleport in and was helping out, but yeah, that entangle under the tower. And as you said, no mana for the stun from the Nyx Assassin. That Lone Druid was able to get out of that. So.
Yep, and I believe, yeah, Treant's armor isn't maxed yet, but it does block 5 instances of damage, which is quite significant. So the Lone Druid had the tree armor on him that whole time, so there's no real way you can do much damage to him.
For sure. Yeah, if for those people who haven't done the maths, living armor has the potential to block how much is it? It's 80 damage times 7. So that's close. That's like 550 damage that it blocks.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, it has the ability to block a lot, and Lone Druid's going down.
Oh wow. A good turnaround, a very good turnaround for the Radiant.
Yes, that is a very important kill, picking up a kill. Oh, they managed to kill the Alchemist as well as the Lone Druid, and they're going to get a kill on the Clockwork as well, so that is 3 very important kills for the Radiant team. That just brought them back into the game.
Yep, the Alchemist was sitting top lane on very low health, and the Broodmother just sat next to him, popped his ult, and killed him with spawn spiderlings.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jakiro DC'd or what?
Yeah, Jakiro did DC, but he's coming back. Oh, he has reconnected.
Cool.
And Alchemist is going for a Battle Fury, so most of his items are now on the courier flying out to him. All he needs is the Ring of Health, and he will have a Battle Fury completed, and that will help a lot against the Broodmother. That will halt her pushing power and give, if she continues to try and push up against the Alchemist, will give the Alchemist so much farm with that Greevil's Greed.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, he's not getting pressured. He's had 1 death, which was unfortunate, but he's getting complete free farm. Why wouldn't you go for a Battle Fury?
For sure, and it's up now. So it begins with a Midas and a Battle Fury by 12.5 minutes.
Yep. Farming mode begins.
Yep. Alright, who can farm the fastest? It's a race between an Outworld Devourer, who's picked up an Oblivion stuff, so might be going I feel was probably going for an Orchids, but I don't know if that's the right choice in this game.
He's possibly looking to silence the Clockwork, their initiation, before he gets off cogs, but otherwise, yeah, there's no real key targets to silence in a fight.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I mean, like, there's the Tram Protector and the Jakiro. Like, their spells are annoying, but they're not critical. Like, they're not... It's not a huge stuff up to a fight if they get silenced.
Yeah, there's no real one-shot ultis that kind of kill everyone. Oh, and on top lane, Alchemist is diving past the tower, and he might go down.
Might pick up the Nature's Prophet. Does pick up the Nature's Prophet quickly, but I think he's going to pay for it. This Broodmother's on low life, but no chance. Jakiro came in just a little bit slow on that Ice Path.
He did, and I feel the supports for the Dire have been leaving the Alchemist kind of high and dry, and he's been suffering a few too many deaths for that.
Yeah, after he picked up that Battle Fury, I think he feels that he's more powerful than he is, and he was quite deep then. I don't think that the supports really had much chance in sort of like getting there and saving him. So he probably pushed in a bit too deep, but yes, the supports were too far away and didn't really have any chance to come and sort of save him, help him out. And Nature's Prophet's
Yeah,
teleporting
definitely.
in, and this Jakiro's in a dangerous place. Alchemist has teleported back in. We've got another teleport support coming in. Jakiro's thrown off a random ice path off it to the side there. Alchemist going straight after the Nature's Prophet, doing plenty of damage. We've got 4 heroes. The Broodmother just picks off the Jakiro off the side there. But the Alchemist does get the kill on the Nature's Prophet.
Which I think favours the Dire. I mean, in Nature's Prophet, your Midas is on cooldown. You're not farming for all that period, so definitely worth a Jakiro death.
Oh, for sure. And pings are happening on the top tower. They want to push this one down. They want to take the fight to the Broodmother. They want to... Oh, Sentry Ward's been popped. Or something. Where? Oh, there it is. The Sentry Ward's way too far away. Alchemist is about to pop the stun on himself.
And Alchemist is going full crazy mode and getting a boot to travel. So he's going to be farming all around the map now. In every lane.
Yeah, so we got the Alchemist, yeah, going global farming to try and counter that Nature's Prophet and the Broodmother push. So I think that's a smart choice.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've got the Lone
And
Druid. Lone Druid's just gone straight through and taken the mid tower. Does have his relic up now on the bear.
Yeah, things are looking pretty dangerous for the 2 lead farmers on the Dire, picking up really, really big items. And it's a worry for the Radiant.
If you can just have a quick look at the net worth, look at how far ahead the Alchemist actually is.
Well, that's what a Midas and Griever's Greed will do for you.
Yes, that's definitely true. For those games where a hero like an Alchemist picks up a Midas, they're weak for those few minutes that after they've picked up the Midas. So that's when you want to punish them. This Nature's Prophet's going straight down.
Yeah, definitely, but I think the pick of the Treant kind of solved the problems there. I mean, he just gives you regen when you need it, and there's no trouble. He can be as greedy as he wants, really.
And he definitely has, and it's been paying off.
Yep, as we see the top tower on the Radiant go down, and Radiant is trying to fight this, but doesn't look like it's going to go their way.
And there's that Sanity Eclipse, still doing lots of damage to the team. Broodmothers! Oh, Broodmother did get that kill on the Alchemist and did manage to go invisible, so is not going to pay for it with life, but Outworld Devourer is.
Sadly goes down.
Broodmother gets a
I think
double
that's the end of
kill.
the fight. Oh no.
This Broodmother's going headlong straight into it.
Going
Oh,
crazy,
they
but
do get that
sadly gonna pay
entangle.
for it.
One more hit, so close to killing that bear. Oh, Clockwork's come in, does have his hook shot. Does manage to catch out that Razor, is going straight in. The Spiderlings are coming back in to help out a little bit, but the 2 supports, the Jakiro and the Tree, managed to get the kill on the Nature's Prophet there. And this Razor's running away. Just missed that ice path.
Yeah, I think that fight definitely favoured the Dire, even though the Alchemist did go down. He's farming pretty decently still, and he's now going Shadowblade.
This Alchemist is definitely looking to pick on that Nature's Prophet. Wherever the Nature's Prophet teleports to, Alchemist just going to teleport in, Shadowblade, and then punch him in the face.
Yep, exactly. And the Outworld Devourer, yep, he's going the Orchid build, which is a bit weird. It doesn't give him much intelligence. Only 6 intelligence per staff. So,
yeah.
see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with the Orchid build at the moment. Like, if the position that the Outworld Devourer was in, he was definitely going the carry build, but against this team, he wants to stack intelligence, I feel. He wants to get like some serious, a bit of survivability, maybe a 4-staff, that gives him some good intelligence. Maybe a Rod of Atos, that gives you a bonus 20 intelligence. 25 intelligence actually for the price, it's pretty good. And then if he was able to get up the farm, just go straight for like a sheep stick or probably a Shiva's Guard, one of those two items. Just stack intelligence and get your ultimate going heavy.
Yeah, definitely. The problem with running a safe lane Outward Devourer is that unless your Nature's Prophet is going to pick up a mechanism, normally your mid lane Outward Devourer would pick up the mechanism. That's your really survivable item, and then you go into something like a sheep. But because he's running safe lane, then he doesn't have a chance to pick that up, or he hasn't chosen to pick that up.
There have been games where I've run like a solo safe lane Outworld Devourer, and I've just gone straight for mechanism. You just skip boots completely. Basically, your first item. They're going straight after this Nyx Assassin. They really want him. Sentry wards being placed everywhere. They're throwing a lot of stops. Used 2 ultimates on him, and this Nyx Assassin just doesn't want to go down. But eventually, it does. Just combined power of cogs, battery assault, all that damage.
Well, that now means that they can push with the Bear and the Radiance, so I think it was definitely worth blowing the 2 ultimates for it. And they seem to have an abundance of sentries, so why not?
Yep. Get those kills, why not? But yes, as I was saying quickly before, with the Outworld Devourer, if you just head like straight from mechanism, you pick up a Buckler, basically as your first item as soon as possible. Buckler costs 5 mana, has a 25-second cooldown, and it procs your Essence Aura. So, just every chance it pops up, you just go Buckler, Buckler, Buckler. And that just keeps your mana full.
Yeah, definitely, and if you're with the tri-lane and you pick that up, then you can easily push a tower with the armor bonus. But yeah, he sadly hasn't chosen to pick that up this game, and as of now, there's no one building a mech at all on their team, which is going to severely hinder them.
It is going to hamper their efforts, especially up against the combined push of what is soon to be an Alchemist and a Lone Druid.
Yeah, and the Alchemist is already on 5,000 gold. He's just spiraling out of control.
He has so much farm, it's ridiculous. And here you go, look at that!
Oh my god.
Oh, the top lane! Oh, look at that Greevil's Greed.
That gold right there.
That actually made me cringe.
He can buy a rapier. He can buy a rapier straight up.
Oh,
do that.
I vote for rapier.
Oh my gosh.
That was
really
huge.
Scary.
And here we go. Clockwork picks up the kill on the Nature's Prophet, and they're going straight through to the next tower. Lone Druid's in under the tower. They're just fighting in under it. Three heroes just absolutely melt underneath the tower. No chance. And it looks like that the Alchemist is going to be going for a Abyssal Blade. So not quite a rapier.
But that's fine.
If you've got that much gold this early on, you just have to go a rapier. It's an unwritten law.
23 minutes, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous. 23 minutes, and he has Battle Fury Midas, Boots of Travel, Shadow Blade, and a Basher on the way.
That is huge. I really want to see. Do they have? Yeah, gold per minute. 864 gold per minute.
Wow, that's very impressive.
That's pretty impressive. Even the Lone Druid is sitting on 560 at the moment. So the Dire team are just money-making machines.
That they are. Lone Druid is feeling very cocky though. He's going up against 3 Radiant heroes, but it looks like he might escape.
He's cutting it fine though. Meanwhile, the Clockwork Goblin did manage to get a kill. Yeah, did get a kill on the Broodmother. So Broodmother is sticking around top. Spirit Bear is close to going down. No, it's going to survive thanks to the tree armor, but it is resummoned anyway. Tree wanders in, managed to catch 3 heroes in that ultimate. They do get the one. Oh, that does so much damage. Oh no, that was the Treant that it did damage to, but it looks like
it didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, didn't do nearly as much as I thought. But yeah, there you go, 3 heroes gone down. suffered to the Lone Druid,
there's
and
the
there's a
GG
GG.
Oh wow.
That was an entertaining game to watch.
It certainly was. Greedy, very greedy by the Radiant, and it didn't quite work out for them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was good fun game. Yeah, it was a greedy lineup by the Radiant, as you were saying. Didn't quite work out. The pick of the Razor, good in theory, just didn't stand up to the Lone Druid at all in the mid lane.
Yeah, not in the slightest. Alrighty.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very, very much for casting with me, Noob. This was a fantastic fun game. I hope people who are watching learnt a lot. I learnt a few things. Putting Lone Druid up against an Outworld Devourer would be a fun thing. That's what I learnt.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, and I certainly need to brush up on the old casting, but I'll get there.
We'll get there eventually. Alright, thank you very much for casting. This is Project Swift and Noobaholic from DotA's Hard, signing out.